you're at the beach in the daytime, you're in the hotel, you're young kids, teenager, you're by yourself, young and wild, and and I made just as much money that weekend as a grown man would make in a full week. And I said, damn, this is nice.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about your songwriting. Piano seems like your instrument of choice, or do you play another instrument?
Yes. No, it's the instrument of giving.
Okay. And do you always do you start with the piano? Do you start with vocals, lyrics, melody? What's your poison?
Well, when I first started writing, it was strictly piano because I was brought up a piano player and singing, schminging. Care too much about singing. In fact, I didn't even care too much about writing. To talk about writing, it takes me back to grade school when I had you doing these oral compositions in English class. And this, if you're going to have the bug, it might show up there, right? But this was the most boring thing in my life was to write these stories, and they were just like pulling teeth. But later, and when I became a professional musician, even before that, I started writing poetry. I think it must have been to a girlfriend or something.
Sure. Actually, I've heard a lot of songwriters and lyricists write poetry.
Well, I think that's where it comes. It really comes from. Leonard Cohen was a poet first. Dan Hill. And sometimes when we touch these both Canadians, was a poet in high school. He wrote real sucky poems, but he was blown away what they sounded like when you put them to music. And so I just sort of cobbled along because I really was a composer first, like of instrumental tunes, and I developed a style that way, very melodical, lyrical, and it fit in songwriting very, very well because it had to all make sense melodically to me, as well as lyrically. And then, as I got older, like particularly, I remember my last year of high school, we were studying poetry, and the English teacher really knew his stuff. I mean, it wasn't insightful poetry where you really had to go in and find out what the poet was trying to say, and it really attracted me. So I just sort of grew as I matured into a writing skill. Now I'm also a keynote speaker, and writing has become one.
Kory, you there? I think we lost Kory.
Pop song formula, and I'm not really.
We lost you there, buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't have a
coming in and out. What was that last sentence you said again? We kind of lost you.
I said I don't have like a pop song formula. I'm not in the market for making pop songs or the formula. I just like to write what I call a good song. Makes sense to me.
What's your style?
Melody,
What kind of style do you like to write in, or genre?
Well, that's really a difficult question. Like, how many ways there are to skin a cat? The closest thing you can get to my style is it's melodic. Okay, my tunes are melodic. As opposed to, I know a lot of today's songs, it's very, very mono. It's probably got 2 or 3 or 4 notes all together, and the whole thing is almost like a recitation as opposed to I would say the closest thing, if you want to take me to a style, it's melodic. The tune moves. You have to sing. You have to be able to sing my song, because they do cover a range more than 5 or 6 notes, sometimes a couple of octaves. So, and that's why I write more in the style of the very, very, I guess minimal might be the word.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Kory, why don't you tell us about this first song we're going to hear in a minute here? Tell us what inspired it and the title of it.
Okay, the first song is My First Love, My Only Love. And this was a commission song because the other song, if you want to make money from your songs are probably just as good as anybody else on the radio. Just it hasn't been marketed. The people, and I mean other people, I don't mean other artists. This one I wrote for a wedding. It was for her husband, her new.
You there, Kory? I think we're having technical difficulties and lost Kory again. All right. Hey, Kory?
These are questions.
Yeah, you're coming.
I asked just to get to
Kory,
cutting out again.
You're coming. Yeah, you're cutting out again. I'll tell you what. Let's listen to your song, and then maybe we can have you work with our producer to call back in on a cell phone or something that's a little stronger signal. So, all right,
yeah,
we're gonna listen to Kory's
your voice is cutting out sometimes.
First song right here. Here we go. Hey, Kory.
Yeah.
Are you on Skype or are you on a call like a landline?
He's on Skype, I think.
I'm on the Skype.
Rebel, you want him to call in from his landline because
he's out of the country. It's going to be long distance for him.
All right. Kory, what's up with your internet connection? It's like, are you calling from a cell phone Skype or a computer Skype? Hello?
He's there. Whatever he's on has a very weak signal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, we're not hearing most of what you're saying.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah.
It's going in and out, and it sounds, quite frankly, terrible.
Yeah. Are you? Can you get a stronger signal? Can you go to a computer or an Ethernet? Are you on Wi-Fi? What are you on?
I'm on Wi-Fi, same as my computer's on.
Can you? You don't have an Ethernet that you plug in your computer that's faster? You just have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I just have. Well, actually, yeah, it's Wi-Fi. I'm trying to look and see.
Why don't you go? Can you go close to your router? Just go like next to it, so you're not like far away from it.
Yeah, let me go upstairs and see.
Yeah, and maybe if you can, I don't know, Rebel, you want to try calling back in?
Let me go.
No, because if he tries to call back in, we'll go through the same problem we did to get him on.
Okay.
Once we have him, we just need to find an established connection.
Okay, let me just go.
Yeah, if you could just go like right next to your Wi-Fi modem or your router, wherever that is.
Yeah. Let me turn this. The hockey game. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, I'm up. How about now?
Much better. I don't know if you're going to go out again, but can you just talk a little bit, Kory, just to make sure that you don't go out?
Yeah, okay. I've never had that problem before. Okay.
I can hear you now. Yeah, before you were like going out for like 10 seconds at a time, and it was like in and out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. All right, Rebel, how much time we got left on his song?
Song still got 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
Okay. So we'll talk a little bit more about your songwriting, and then we'll talk about some other cool questions. Then we'll listen to your second song after that. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
And the second song is Dream Harbor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely sound clearer now for sure.
That's good. Yeah, I guess
Let's
these
hope
things
it
are
stays clear.
temperamental.
What's that, Rebel?
Let's hope it stays clear.
Yeah.
You guys talk so we know it stays clear.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Kory,
This
what's
is
the weather
very
like,
odd
man?
because, I've used Skype in the car. And I've had no problem. But I don't know. It's just this stuff is
You're kind of going out there again.
again, eh?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I haven't moved. It's temperamental.
Is your Wi-Fi by your router, wherever your phone and router is?
Yeah, I'm right next to it.
Okay. Yeah, you sound.
We're having a snowstorm up here. I don't know if maybe that's affecting it.
Yeah.
That is the reason right there. If you're in a snowstorm, that's why it's doing it.
There you go.
We could just blame Rebel if you want. Rebel, I'm kidding,
Nice
right?
try, but no.
And then there was silence.
I'm clear. No. I'm clear and you're clear. He's not. He's the one in a snowstorm. I'm in the heat, so.
Yeah, that's right. I'm in Chicago, so it was snowing earlier today.
Yeah, well, it's a big storm
all
blowing
that
right.
snow stuff. We're in the 80s down here.
Yeah, you poor thing.
Oh, boy.
I know. I want the snow.
You know what? I love the change of season, except I gotta be honest. By middle of February, I start getting sick of the cold and the snow. I don't mind, but it's the cold. The cold's kind of annoying after a while.
Well, it depends if you like to play outside a lot.
My wife doesn't let me go outside anymore.
Well, this is the whole thing, right? The older we get, the less we go outside. Yeah, when I just did a cruise out of Galveston in the Caribbean. Galveston was colder than hell.
We're coming back.
Okay. All right, Kory, I'll ask you some questions as soon as this is over.
Oh.
Wow, Kory, that's kind of a cool vibe there.
And now, welcome this week's special guest.
So this is Sorrento's back with Kory again, and we have a better connection now. Kory, that's got a very interesting vibe. That wasn't you doing the female part, right? That's not your falsetto. That's a different artist.
No,
right?
that's not my falsetto.
Yeah, that was a nice harmony mixed together like that.
Yeah, like I said, the idea came to me because for the duo because it's a wedding thing, and that was the whole theme of her. As I explained before, the theme of the song was that the bride had known her future husband since she was small, and they lived here in Toronto, and the groom moved away to Asia when she was probably after maybe 10 or 11, whatever it was. So they had this kind of long-term, long-distance romance, and he was her first love, and he said that's the only love she's ever had, and hence the name of the song, My First Love, in brackets, My Only Love. So, there was a story there in the song about they played together as kids, and, she was playing as kids play, and then as they grew older, it got more serious. And then here we are at the wedding. So that's what I just sat down with information. I cobbled together I always call it poetry. I don't call it the lyrics. Musical. So I cobbled that together. You show it to them and see how they like it, and fix this and that, and then I put the music to it.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
And then I said, well, let's say, would you like to have a female voice or the male voice? And she wasn't quite sure. So I figured, well, I'll use the female voice because that was her, because it was her gift to her husband. And then I just came in at the end there as a kind of a symbolic joining there. And she loved it.
Sure.
So that's one market I'm really trying to exploit. Writing songs for everyday person, especially events.
So apparently you're in the middle of a snowstorm in Toronto. Tell us, if we visit Toronto, what's the food we have to go try in Toronto? What are you guys known for over there?
Well, Toronto is probably the most cosmopolitan city in the world, if not North America. Everybody is happy. Africans, we got Mediterranean, we got Greek, we got Spanish, we got Mexican. We have all of these, and like you can go to Greek town, you go to Chinatown. All of these places have great food. So living in Toronto, you don't just have one. Used to be that way many, many years ago. It's all kind of like a English and Irish flavor here at one time. Thank God that's all gone. And like I say, it's very cosmopolitan. So you have that here. You have food from all over the world. So if you haven't traveled around the world to eat their food, you can find it here in Toronto.
Sounds like Chicago.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like the Chicago of Canada. So tell me a little bit about what do you like to do in your free time up in Toronto? Is there like a hobby you have other than music?
I've always been active in sports, right? So, but the older I got, I had to stop playing. But I could still skate. So I played hockey up until last year because my knees got worn out a bit more.
Well, everybody plays hockey in Canada, right?
If you don't play hockey in Canada, there's something wrong with you. Okay, there's something wrong with it. And people from even everybody that immigrates here doesn't Chinese, Indians, everybody is getting in hockey.
Everybody gets on skates.
Well, you look at, I don't know if you follow hockey down there. And,
sure.
The Las Vegas Knights.
Yeah.
PK Subban, his parents are from the Caribbean. And when they came here many years ago, his father said, I'm going to make sure my kids grow up everything Canadian. And there you go. An NHL player.
Oh, good for him.
Ancestors come from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And his two brothers.
Okay.
One's in the American Hockey League, and one, I think they're both in the American Hockey League. But I cycle. We had with the Pan Am Games that were here about 5 years ago in a small town just outside of Toronto. They built a velodrome. So I go there all winter, twice a week, and in the summer, of course, I ride outside. And it's a great sport. Lungs, legs, and heart, they say. Well, that's my major physical activity. On top of that, I do meditation, I do qigong, I do things like that for relaxation.
So, Kory, if I gave you a choice between playing in the NHL for a season or performing at the Grammys, what would you pick?
I would play the Grammys for sure.
We're kind of losing you here again, Kory.
Skate around, but the Grammys for sure. Pardon me?
Grammys, okay. We were losing you there, but all right. Yeah. Tell you what, we got another minute till we listen to your second song here, but tell us where fans can find out information about you. Do you have a website? Where can they buy your music?
Yeah, they can get my website, just like my name, Kory Livingstone. Type that in with a K, K-O-R-Y. Livingstone, E on the end, just like it sounds. That's my website there. And You can even ask for things to be made. I have my emails there. Everything is there. Everything you need to get in touch with me. Anything you can't find, anything you have questions about, you can drop me a line. Just go to KoryLivingstone.com.
Perfect. Okay, tell us the name of this second song we're going to listen to now, Kory.
This next one's the first song off my piano album. It has 24 songs on it. It's relaxation, new age, whatever you want to call it. It's the first song, and there's 24 different tunes. They're kind of related, and it's just strictly piano. I recorded in my own home studio here on my Yamaha Grand. Nothing else, just raw piano.
All right, that sounds awesome. All right, Kory, I want to thank you for being on the show, and we're going to listen to your song right now, okay?
Super.
All right, have a great night. Here we go.
Thank you. Thanks very much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, Kory, I think we're good, man. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.
No problem. Have a great night. I'll shoot you an email too, okay?
Great, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That was very painful.
Is he off the phone?
Yes,
Oh my God, that was torture.
that was very painful.
You know what? I mean, I
Do
always
not
have
dispute this.
I always have two guests lined up, and yeah, this is what. So what happened in the beginning? Was that like dead air? Did you guys play like something else over it, or?
No, another show of yours starts automatically.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. You know, honestly, I hate to say it, but we would have been better off with another like old show playing.
Yes, we should have let the old show play.
Oh my God, he seemed
Carson
like a
says,
nice
"Not
guy,
questions."
but
Yeah, he does seem like a nice guy, and it's not his fault. It's snowing there. I get it.
yeah.
Wait. Okay.
All right, I'll So yeah, after that, I'll kind of just introduce the. I'll just say thank you. I'll do the extra, and then just talk about Valentine's Day for a minute. And I think we're good, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I would not submit this to K4HD. I would wait till the weather's better.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do the. I'm not gonna do that link at the end. Right? That's what you mean?
What?
You're talking about the link that Dean has me do at the end? You're saying not to do that, right? So it doesn't go to iHeart?
No, I'm saying don't submit the paper to iHeart.
Yeah, that's what I'm not going to do that.
Because if you submit a paper, it'll go up regardless, and this was painful.
Yeah, I agree. How's Dean
I would
doing? How's Dean doing, by the
contact
way?
him.
He told me that.
What?
How's Dean doing? Is he feeling better?
Yeah, for the most part, I mean, as well as anybody can be after having a heart attack.
Yeah, he was telling me how he was in, what do you say, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, somewhere. It's like I felt bad for him, man.
He's still there.
Yeah. Yeah, I told him if he wants to talk, I'd be happy to talk to him about it. But hopefully, he sounds like he's doing fine now.
Yeah, he's better than the last time, I think he said. All right, we only got 34 seconds. Here we go.
Okay. I want to thank Kory Livingstone for being with us on the show tonight. I apologize for the technical difficulties that he was having, but couldn't control the snowstorm. I want to tell everyone a wholehearted thank you for listening to this show and listening every week. Our numbers are growing by leaps and bounds, and it's all because of you, the listener. To any listeners who may be artists, if you want to be on the Songwriter Show, I invite you to just email me directly at sarantos@songwritershow.com or just fill out the request form at songwritershow.com. Thank you again for listening. I hope your own unique story gets heard around the world. My name is Sarantos. Please join us here every Tuesday night for a live show and hear other amazing artists share their fascinating behind-the-scenes stories right here at the Songwriter Show. And I'm going to leave you tonight with a song called Valentine's Day. It's February 12th and Valentine's is in 2 days. It's a special time of the year whether you have a loved one or you don't. This song is meant for Valentine's, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. All right, Rebel. Thank you.
You're welcome.
right.
Again, I would not submit that form to iHeart.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're cleaning that up.
Yeah, I won't. All right, thank you.
Do you want me just to dump it, or do you want the copy in the file?
I mean, you can put a copy, but I'm not going to ever do anything with it, and I don't think you guys will either. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't want it used again. I'll put do not use.
Whatever you want then. I mean, if you want to put do not use, or if someone's going to use it, I mean, I would just dump it.
If it's in the files, it potentially could be used.
Then just dump it. Then just dump it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Yeah.
I would have him back. I mean, he did, from what little I could piece together, he sounded like a really cool dude, and his music's not cool.
Yeah, I will.
It should stop snowing there soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it
within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll do it in the summer.
That works.
All right, Rebel. Have a great night.
Absolutely. You too.
Okay. All right. Bye.